Buddy, gonna do another YouTube video today, and this one is timely because Google is about to split. So as I'm recording this on July 15th, 2022, if you haven't heard, Google is going to do a 20-to-1 stock split, and that split will take place after the market closes today, and so you will see the effects of that on Monday, July 18th, which happens to be my birthday, so that'll be good. But I want to talk about what it is, because I think a lot of people are confused. So if you already know what it is, you can skip this video. If not, stay tuned. But before I go any further, if you're getting value out of my content and you're enjoying my videos, there are 4 simple things that I would love for you to do. First, share my content with others. Second, hit the like button. Third, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel so that you get alerted when you get new content. And then lastly, after you do all that, don't forget to hit the bell so you get alerted, because you want to be alerted whenever I release new videos. I'm trying to be better about it, and so I'm trying to give out more educational content. I know it's not all like fancy high budget stuff, but you know what? I'm here to help you learn, and so that's my mission. And I keep it simple. So, and we have my handy dandy whiteboard. So we're going to write down, what is a stock split? And the best way to explain this would just be, we'll use Google, because it's about to do one. Google Okay, so Google's going to do a 20-to-1 stock split. And as of this day, Google is trading at 2,200 and I think it's like 2240 now because it went up a little bit. Who knows? This could change by the end of the day. It could be up at 2,300. Who knows? But this is the share price. So if you want to buy 1 share of Google, you will need $2,200 in your account to do that. Now, what's going to happen on Monday? This price will then go to $112. $112. This will be Monday. $112. $112 is a lot cheaper. So you're probably like, oh my gosh, I just lost 95% of my value of my stock. No. Hold on. If you bought 1 share here, you're going to have 20 at this price. The stock split itself does not create value. I want to repeat that. The stock split itself does not create value. So I want to do this another way before I explain why they could be splitting. So think of a pizza. Okay? Think of a pizza. I can split this pizza any which way. So let's say I do a 4-to-1 split, or let's say 8-to-1, or let's say I split it 16 ways, and I'm trying to be fancy here with my whether I have one whole pizza, 4 slices, 8 slices, 16 slices. You could do 32. You could divide it up. I don't care how you divide it up. You could do 20. I only did the multiples of 4 or multiples of 2 because it's easier that way with this setup. But it doesn't matter. What do you have in common? What you have in common is all of this is still 1 whole share. So whether if I have 16 slices of a whole pizza, or I have 1 whole pizza, I still have 1 whole pizza. It's just that it was cut up 16 different ways. It's the same thing with the stock. Is you could give me 20 shares of Google versus 1 share of the old Google, which is today, 20 shares at the lower price. My value, assuming that, we don't have the market going up and down, hasn't changed. So that's what you have to remember. And everyone gets so crazy about stock splits. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get all these other shares. But that's missing. That's by itself. It doesn't do anything. So then the question becomes, then why? Well, number one, I do think that Google is doing it because they potentially want to be in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And the Dow Jones, for those of you that don't know, is weighted based on the price of the stock. It's not a market cap weighted index. And so when you think about a lot of the stocks that are in the Dow, take any of those stocks, they're all like $100, $200, like somewhere in that range. They're not $2,000. Apple's in the Dow. Look where Apple is. It's done splits. Same thing. So I think they're trying to do that. I think it's more liquidity. So I say this because when they split, there's more shares being traded. There's a larger share float. More people can afford to buy whole shares. More people can afford to buy options. And so it creates a nice market. Another cool thing too, and this is more for this one, I think is cool. And I do like splits for this reason, is you have a stock like Google. It's a good company, and it's well run. You may not agree with their beliefs or whatever, but again, like, it's a well run company. And if you've listened to some of these videos that I've talked about, you've probably heard me talk about covered calls, where you need 100 shares of the stock. Okay, so you need 100 shares. Well, now, before, I had to have $220,000 to buy 100 shares of Google. Well, now I need a little over $11,000. It makes it a lot more accessible to write covered calls on, or cash secured puts, if you want to be able to sell options against Google. It makes it, look at Amazon just did it. And what you'll notice is the options, there's gonna be a lot more of them. And so there's a lot more option trading in there. And I'm not advocating trading options. I'm just sitting here saying, like, if you want to sell them to collect premium income, it gives you that opportunity to do that because the stock price has gone down. So I think it's good. So I think the cool thing too is you take, what happens, over time. What I'd like to see over a very long period of time, is like Google starts going like this again. Yeah, it splits, but think about it. Now you have 20 times the shares growing and compounding, and it keeps growing. And Google will be buying back their shares. They have a $90 billion share buyback program, so they're buying back shares. And I think, we'll see how earnings goes. I think they'll keep doing that. And it just keeps compounding. So what's to say that in 5 years, Google's not a $200 or $300 stock again? Could be. Maybe they'll split again. I don't know. I'm not going to make any assumptions, but I'm just saying it adds up over time. So I do like splits, but I just want you guys to all understand, kind of some of the reasons why, and also some of the advantages, disadvantages, and also the fact that the split by itself does not create value, but it does create opportunities. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, be sure to drop a comment or drop me a DM on Instagram at mdeepcpa or on Twitter at mdeep_CPA.